dividend digester. Save some of his paycheck just like all his ancestors. Him looking for high yields? That's never the case. He's seeking 6% returns. Slow and steady wins the race. We pay our debts in our currency that might be unfurled if it's no longer the reserve currency of the world. Confidence in the dollar is permanent. Just ask any scholar. People are exchanging their dollars for dog money. Dog money? Dog money. Dog money. We trading it in for dog money. Dog money. Dog money. Dog money. Dog money. I'm putting it all in dog money.
Yes, indeed. Some people are putting all of their money into dog money. Welcome to Satoshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. Today's date is Wednesday, the 1st of September, 2021. Let's be gone and jump straight into these figures. Here we go. So starting from left to right, we've got Coolcoin BTC SegWit protocol, centrally owned, planned and controlled by Blockstream, who segregated the signatures on the 24th of August 2017, forking the protocol and bringing it under their control, crashing its fundamental value to zero. Well done them. Then we got Bcrash, again, centrally planned, owned and controlled by Roger Ver and his crony mates. Then we've got Bitcoin, the original protocol that goes right back to the Genesis block, which is BSV, making it the original Bitcoin, the true Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin, and the world's first and only ever digital commodity, backed by the value of data sovereignty, making it the most valuable commodity on Earth. Yes, indeed. And then we've got Fisher Price Cash on the end. What a joke. So let's have a look at these figures on Coolcoin then. So we've got hash rate 98.2%, network nodes 92.3, transactions 16.2, block size 1.9. So when you consider that the BTC started out as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, something has clearly gone wrong here. So we'll let our favourite douchebag of Bitcoin, Peter McCormack, try and explain it to us right now. Take the floor, Pete, if you'd be so kind.
Bitcoin is so different now from when Satoshi was here.
Yeah, well, when Satoshi was here, Bitcoin was a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. How far away from that are we now?
It's a completely different project.
And what would Satoshi have to say about that?
It doesn't matter who Satoshi is anymore.
Or what if he came back and said something like, what the hell do you think you're doing, effing up my project?
Even if Satoshi came back, I don't think he would just be immediately welcomed as having this God-given right to decide what happens with Bitcoin. I think he would have to earn his right back into the project.
Earn his right back into the project? I just thought he said it was nothing like Bitcoin, it's a completely different project, and it didn't matter who Satoshi Nakamoto was anymore. Why would he want anything to do with a project that is nothing like the one he created, that is Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system? This makes no sense whatsoever. So in your opinion, what's this alternative project based on now then?
Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Consensus? Do you know what proof of work is? Do you understand the significance of a chain of signatures? Did you even bother to read the white paper? I'll give you one more chance to try and convince me.
Project Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Is it now? Well, Blockstream segregated the signatures on the 24th of August 2017, which meant they were now no longer accountable to anybody, which brought BTC under their centralized control, which means there is no consensus because it's centrally controlled. You absolute moron. And then we'll move on to Bcrash. So Roger, tell us about your expectations for your centralized project.
And we're going to really spread Bitcoin Crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
Yeah, good luck with that, mate. And what do you say to all those global corporations that do billions, if not trillions of dollars of global trade on an annual basis that say they need a regulatory compliant monetary system in order to do so?
The ones that say that the blockchains all need to be legally compliant about everything all the time, just go use your Visa card.
Yeah, because that's going to work. We'll just have a quick word with Craig Oshi Nakamoto, the creator and inventor of Bitcoin. So Craig, tell us, what do you want from your own project that is Bitcoin?
I want Bitcoin not to go up to 10,000 or 100,000. I want it to be worth millions per Bitcoin.
And when you strip everything down to the bare bones, is that it?
That's it. And that's what we spend money for. Very simple.
Loving that. Well, let me help out and I'll stick my foot right in. So we've got hash rate 0.2%, network nodes 1.5, transactions 78, block size 97.5. So we've got 78% of the transactions, 97% of the block size, all being processed by 0.2% of the hash rate. This just goes to demonstrate what an amazing and what an efficient system Bitcoin truly is. And if you're wondering why I find this quite funny, well, let me explain. Bitcoin mining operations compete to process data transactions on chain. No transactions, no use. No use, no value. No value, no money. The most valuable chain is the chain with the most utility on it. BTCs are utter clowns. And utility is transactions and data flow. That is it, which is block size. Oh my goodness me. Can you see what's going to happen? So let's have a look at these blocks on the blockchain. But before we do that, we'll have our usual chat with Michael Saylor, who never fails to perk me up in the mornings with his level of enthusiasm. So Michael, welcome to the show. What do you say to people like Peter McCormack, who think that Bitcoin should be changed and messed around with and just tampered with?
I like Bitcoin the way it is.
Oh, so do we, Michael. So do we. But we really like it. How do you compete with that?
In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is.
All right, mate, calm down. Well, you can't just leave it there. You're going to have to explain yourself. Tell us, what is it about Bitcoin that you love so much?
The way it's currently constructed, it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy.
Whoa, $250 trillion of monetary energy. Where's that going to go?
In big blocks of encrypted energy on the blockchain.
They do sound like big blocks. What sort of numbers are we talking about?
Maybe the Bitcoin will be $1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something.
Whoa, $10 million per Bitcoin or something. I mean, how's it going to fit and where's it going to go?
Big blocks, $100 million chunks on the blockchain.
Is that right? All right, well, let's have a look at these big blocks on the blockchain in honor of you then, Michael Sunshine. Here we go, starting from the top, calling out the megabytes. We've got 6, 37, 35, 9, 84, 277, 52, 89, 1, 59, 22, 27, 14, 10, 10, 16, 36, 25, 8, 239, 135, 115, 111, 33, 71, 122, 62, 15, all megabytes. All megabytes of data on chain. Absolutely sensational. And let's have a look at Fisher Price Cash. Yep, still struggling to get all of the blocks over a kilobyte, let alone anywhere near a megabyte. And Bcrash, how many blocks over 1 megabyte? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that it this morning? 5 blocks over 1 megabyte. Well done. And Corecoin, all looking a bit skinny on the ground. Let's see how many blocks we've got over a megabyte for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 out of 30. Dear oh dear, they can't even fill all their puny 1 megabyte blocks. Absolutely pathetic. So considering they're only just scraping over 1 megabyte, we've got more megabytes in one block than they've got in their entire column. Brilliant. Hash rate. So hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. When something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. Boom, next. Proof of work by network. Coolcoin, Bcrash, Fisher Price Cash will fall into their own footprints one day because that's what Ponzi schemes do when they crash overnight. Bcrash, Bitcoin hash rate, who cares? Bcrash, Bitcoin, proof of work, who cares? It is currently 4,288 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than it is these alternative protocols, shitcoins if you will. Oh, it's currently 1.8% more profitable to mine on Bitcoin. Wow. I guess that might be due to the block fee and the block reward, making it more profitable. Great stuff. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network, Bitcoin absolutely smashing it. Transactions by network, Bitcoin absolutely smashing it. Transactions per block by network, Bitcoin absolutely smashing it. Fees USD, so this is obviously a USD price. The Coolcoin has got the price at the moment because people are mistaking it for Bitcoin, but that'll change once they realise, if they ever do, because they're that stupid. Daily average Bitcoin fees, mono. So this is fees Satoshis. Yeah, that we'll see what's going on there. This looks a bit strange. A daily Bitcoin fee to block reward ratio. So again, yeah, we want an increase in the ratio. We love that. So we want more fees in the block than we want the block reward. So if we can actually get more Satoshis for fees than the actual block reward itself, then that's going to be absolutely massive. Because the block reward just simply gets cut in half, as in by the number of Satoshis every 210,000 blocks. But if we can get more Satoshis in terms of fees, then that line is going to start going parabolic, which is what we want. Absolutely. So this is what that chart we just looked at is going to start looking like very soon. Look at this. Look at this. We're almost touching 700 gigabytes. Whoa. Okay, let's find out, or let's have a quick look to see how large the Coolcoin chain is, and then find out how far we are ahead in front. Wait for this to come up. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll have a look at that 3 months just so we can see. So the Coolcoin chain is 694. Oh no, that's Bitcoin. Coolcoin is 367. So 367. Let's find out how far ahead we are in front. Oh, look at that. Good grief, we're literally only 17 gigabytes behind. 17 gigabytes. That means that we should be there in 2 days. In 2 days, we will be double the size of Coolcoin. Genuine Bitcoin. Absolutely beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, indeed. All right, let's get into the politics then. So global hash rate 7 days. Yeah. Global hash rate 24 hours. So Coolcoin's got 97% of that. So it's going to look very similar. Yeah. Bcrash. Oh dear, look at that. I mean, these guys haven't even been hoodwinked by the fact that the Blockstream socially engineered control of the ticker symbol BTC. So these boys have got absolutely no excuse. This is absolute shitcoin at its maximum. This is just absolutely hilarious. And let's have a look at Bitcoin. Oh, look at this. Looking good. Great to see SV Pool up there. So Tau 36.18. SV Pool 22 via BTC again. We don't really want them on there. Good to see Matterpool making an appearance. Other mining pools are 29.8. So via BTC, they got 10%. And look, they're still mining these pathetic blocks. Just get them off the chain. Look, spoil my morning every time. Look, without via BTC on the chain, we would have megabytes across the board. And look, are they mining megabytes on Bcrash? Well, Bcrash hasn't got many transactions anyway. Look, via BTC has mined over a megabyte block on Coolcoin, but and again, so they can mine megabyte blocks. They're just choosing not to. So just get them off. Get them off. A complete waste of time. Not contributing to the progress of the network whatsoever. And Fisher Price Cash, that's not going to last very long. Oh, look, via BTC are on there as well. That is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Oh my goodness me. So the reason we want these shitcoin enterprises off the chain is because the only thing they understand is dollar worshipping, which we will look at now in the short positions. Here we go. All right, short positions on the genuine Bitcoin protocol. Look, they're shorting Bitcoin. Right, so they prefer not to short BTC, which isn't Bitcoin, because it has got nothing to do with the protocol. It's nothing like it. And yet they're going to short the original protocol that they love so much. Absolutely insane. Honestly, just stupidity is like on another level. Let's have a look at Coolcoin. Here we go. Right, where are we on the short positions now on Bitcoin? 2.5% short positions. Oh, that's gone down. Oh, people are starting to get more faith in it. Oh dear, complete and utter blind faith is what that is. If they knew half the figures we looked at, they wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. But they don't, because they're stupid. And let's have a look at Bitcoin blocks live. Here we go. Oh, look at that. I can see a 1.4 gigabyte block on chain. Where did that come from? Excellent. Right, so for any newbies watching this for the first time, the vertical rectangular blocks moving across the top of the screen are the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network, and they're recognized instantly the moment they're broadcast, because Bitcoin is an ultra small world mandala network shaped like this. It means that as the size of the network increases, the density of the links goes to 0, making it ultra small world respectively, and highly sparse. The network formulation can lead to an improved topology against malicious attacks, meaning it's hard to take down. It is absolutely phenomenal. So once the transactions are broadcast and recognized by more than 50% of the nodes instantly, the moment they're broadcast, they're then thrown into the memory pool, which is where they're competed for by miners and payment processors in order to create a block, put the transaction within a block, and then place the block on the blockchain, which is when they're rewarded with the Coinbase data, otherwise known as the block reward, otherwise known as freshly minted Bitcoin, along with the fees. So let's have a look in this, let's investigate this gigabyte block. So in the highlighted rectangular box below that, you can see the hash of the block height, who it was mined by, size, the time, the date, the transaction count, and total fees. So look at that. So we got $1,229 worth of fees. Let's check this out on what's on chain just quickly. So fees 7.5. Wow, so the block reward is only 6.25, and this has generated 7.5 in fees. Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Love it. Love it. That's what we want. That's what we're talking about. This is Bitcoin. And I'll just let Laura Shin and Dan Hill explain the significance of block fees right now. Take the floor, Shitcoin Shin.
So, as you mentioned, at a certain point when the block reward stops, there will be a transition where miners will be compensated in transaction fees, not in the block reward. And the current amount that they earn is from fees is about 9% of the block reward. And so we'd have to see transaction fees 11x by roughly 2140, which is when the new Bitcoins will stop being minted. But I just wondered, if we don't see an increase in the amount of transactions that can happen at layer one, because the number of layer one transactions is limited. And right now, I feel like a lot of the scaling is focusing on layer two. Can transaction fees 11x in that time, or will that require people to pay a lot more per transaction?
Over the next couple halving cycles, we should see it start to predominantly be the value that is compensated to the miners in the block reward. If Bitcoin is the world reserve currency that doesn't have a strong security model, like there's not a lot of monetary compensation in the block reward due to transaction fees, well, then its long-term security will be weak. If it is the world reserve currency, there'll be very, very many layer one transaction fees.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like you think it is possible that the amount in transaction fees will maybe not be enough on layer one to replace the block reward when the time comes.
Absolutely, there won't be enough to replace the block reward when the time comes, because the block size has been purposely restricted to 1 megabyte, meaning it can only handle 4 to maybe 7 transactions per second if all the stars in the universe align. Do you honestly think that a network that could only do 4 to 7 transactions per second was honestly meant to economically sustain all of this lot? This is the backbone to the new global financial system. It is absolutely phenomenal. 4 to 7 transactions per second. It's a joke. Look at this. I mean, it blows my mind every time. All of this stemmed from one 9-page white paper. Absolutely sensational when you think about it. Blows my mind every time. I love Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. And let's have a look at BitInfo charts. Check it out. Where are we today? God, look at the size of that. Look at the size of that. Sounds like something my girlfriend used to say to me. Look at this. So Bitcoin now with 31.6% of the overall 24-hour transactions on its network in comparison to the entire CMC. It just goes to show you there's literally no movement on any of these other networks. But look at that. Smashing Ethereum and smashing XRP. Absolutely sensational stuff. Let's have a look at this on BitInfo charts. So we'll have a look at transactions 24 hours on 3 months. Here we go. Check it out. This is Bitcoin. Loving that. So according to this chart, Bitcoin's got 1.4 million, Ethereum 1.2, and XRP 1.1. Look at that. Look at that. And it's just big on. Just big on. Loving that. Loving that. Stay tuned, folks. And Terranode isn't even running yet. It's just listening in the background, processing peer-to-peer messages. Not even transactions. Just you wait. Just you wait. Oh, getting so juicy. So juicy. I love it. I love it. Let's have a look at scaling test network. So again, these figures are going to be a little bit outdated because Terranode has already smashed these. We've already seen 50,000 transactions per second demonstrated by Shadows on stage, and then 100,000 transactions per second backstage even. So this isn't quite relevant, but still good to see this. They're still testing the blocks on the scaling test network, 4.4 gigabytes and 1.9999 gigabytes on the mainnet. Loving that. BSV data, let's have a look. So Meta ID, yes, look at that. Crikey, that's going to be closing up on 6.1 gigabytes soon, but 6.08 gigabytes in 24 hours. Loving that. And let's have a look at applications. What is CryptoFights doing? So Crypto Fights had 1.002 yesterday. Oh, look at that. It's going up. Beautiful. Yeah, look, it's a gigabyte. It is a gigabyte. Now they've actually listed it. So it was a 1,002 megabytes yesterday, but now they've changed it to 1.03 gigabytes. I'm guessing that might have even taken BSV Data by surprise. Beautiful. Beautiful. Loving that. Loving that. Trends.cash, so TDX Pip still macking it hard by apps ranking by money spent, but apps ranking by performed actions. Yeah, Crypto Fights and Run, because I think they're both complementary to each other. One of them's creating NFTs for the other. So yeah, amazing. Cavalry is on the way. Cavalry is on the way. And Crypto Quant, yeah, so the exchanges were cashing out all last year. That was counteracted by huge amounts of tether printing, causing a massive spike in the price and a huge bubble. And again, that's why we had to see massive amounts of tether printing just here, because the exchanges were cashing out. It's really not looking good. If you're a shitcoiner, don't say I didn't warn you. What's on chain? Good question. What is on chain? Estimated next block size 22 megabytes. Memory pool usage 38. Let's have a look at 24-hour transactions. So 24-hour transaction count currently being recorded here at 1,395,249 transactions. Smashing Ethereum. Beautiful. Let's have a look at Joho's memory pools. So this must be the 1.4 gigabyte block that we just saw on Bitcoin Blocks Live. Look at that. This is what a memory pool is meant to look like. Data comes in, then it gets cleared. Data comes in, then it gets cleared. Data comes in, then it gets cleared. What a memory pool is not meant to look like is Coolcoin BTC. That looks like an absolute shambles. Look at that. Look at that. The reason it looks like such a shambles is because they've implemented replace by feed, child pays for parent, restrict to the block size, use a lightning network, blah de blah de blah. Honestly, absolutely shocking. Nobody knows when their transaction is going to be received. It's absolutely outrageous. And we can see the effect that it's had on TX Street right now. But while we're looking at TX Street, we'll just have a quick word with Adam Back, the CEO of Blockstream, that centrally owned, plan and control Coolcoin BTC since they forked it on the 24th of August 2017, to find out his expectations of a payment network.
So, fee estimation in some cases is quite bad. If you're paying a friend, you can probably afford to wait 4 hours and not pay a priority fee.
Oh, shut up. I'm not waiting 4 hours just to not pay a priority fee when I'm using a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, you fool. Huh. So we've got the median fee. Whoa, a median fee of 54 cents. Yeah, so add that onto the top of every high frequency trade. Good luck with that. See how long your company lasts. And Ethereum medium transfer fee $8.70. That's absolutely hilarious. How do you respond to that, Vitalik?
The internet of money should not cost 5 cents a transaction. It's kind of absurd.
Yeah, really. So what is $8.61? Oh my goodness. So let's have a look at our own issues now. So this is in the world of fiat currency printing. So as we can see, the records here start in 1960, and it had gone from almost like zero pretty much. So maybe that was 138 billion to 2,000 billion. So like 138 billion to 2 trillion in 50 years. But then it's gone from 2 trillion to 4 trillion in 10 years, and then it's gone from 4 trillion to 16 trillion in 2 months. There is literally no justification for this amount of money printing. None. Other than you are going to pay off a certain portion of the population to see the other portion of the population exterminated. And if you're wondering why they're going around trying to jab us all, that's the reason. Right there. You think I'm joking. So knowing that Bitcoin is the only thing that can save us, how are we feeling about it today? CoinGecko, feeling good, I have to say. 79%, yes indeed, feeling good. Loving that, loving that. And BitPing, here we go. So it looks like money flow per hour, 1 cent. 1 cent. That's gone down. Countries. Oh, countries going up. 51 countries this time. Great stuff. So remember, Bitcoin is monitoring all these other networks, because Bitcoin is the only network that is up 24/7, and all these other networks will be running on Bitcoin very soon. They just don't even know it yet, but we do. Very exciting times to come. Morning run. Let's check out this. So 24-hour trade volume. 11,198. Yeah, people shitcoining. Good luck with that, people. Move fast and break stuff does not mean breaking the law, which all these shitcoins do besides BSV, because BSV is a commodity. All these are illegal security offerings. It's absolutely insane. But, you know, you want to go ahead and break the law, be prepared to pay the consequences. That's all I can say to that one. But it looks like we've had purchases of 1,386,945 purchases in the last 24 hours. Good, good. And let's have a look at the depth chart. So BSV registering a price of $164. So, yep, this is on 30 days over the month. And depth chart figures, where are we now? 6.3 million asked versus 6.3 million asked versus 3.7 million bids. Prices on the way down in the immediate short term. But, yeah, you know, traders will be trading. Remember, dirty traders can be unsullied on TDXP app. Let's have a look at Bitcoin versus USD. Here we go. Oh, just heading down a little bit over, I think this is 2 days maybe. September 31st. This must be on the 2-day chart. Alright, that's 2 days. And let's have a look at Corecoin versus USD. Oh, struggling as well. And let's have a look at Bitcoin versus Corecoin. Oh, Battle Royale commencing. Yes, indeed. And let's have a look at the entire coin market cap. So it looks like a Corecoin up 0.25%. And let's have a look at Bitcoin buried down in what, 44, 45, 40, position 45. Look, Kusama's overtaking. Absolutely hilarious. So remember, these are not equities. They are not shares. They do not provide you with a dividend. They do not give you all rights to a dividend. They do not give you ownership in a company. They do nothing. They are literally bits of data, and if that data isn't secure, and the only way data can be secure is through the protocol that Satoshi Nakamoto outlined and described in his white paper, which commoditizes data, which means that all these other protocols are illegal security offerings and utterly worthless pieces of shite. Which begs the question, what is it that makes BTC valuable? And we'll listen to Daniel Krawitz putting that question to Tony Vays right now.
Why do you think BTC is valuable?
It's valuable because it's the only unconfiscatable asset we have, and that is because that comes from its decentralization. I think Bitcoin is the only valuable crypto asset we have because of the nature of how it started in its first few years.
And when you say Bitcoin, you mean BTC, right?
Absolutely.
But are you aware that in 2017 they changed the rules so that BTC no longer follows the Bitcoin white paper?
That is not true at all.
The white paper says that there needs to be a chain of signatures.
Sure.
Okay, so that's not what we have anymore. That's how SegWit changed that.
Okay, but it's still Bitcoin.
Nice one, Tone, you bone. You see the kind of people that we're dealing with here? Absolute imbeciles. And that's being polite. So let's have a look at YouTube. So 644 subs. Please like, subscribe, and share. You know, got to keep the show on the road somehow. Trying to catch up with the Bitcoin SV channel. I think they've got like 940, so about 300 behind. Let's have a look at Streamanity. So, 40 cents yesterday. Try making that on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the video. There was lots to catch up on yesterday. And 306 followers. Good. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at Twitch stats. So made $135 so far on Twitch. Try earning that on Twitter. And 426 followers. Let's have a look at Acorn Stacks. Here we go. So new users over the last, 14 hours? 26 new users. Lovely jubbly. Good, moving in the right direction. And Mama Bitcoin, Ruth Eastman's tweet, how is she doing? 1,090. Oh, 1,098. Look at that. It should be thousands by now. There we go. 1,099. But Twitter will probably take that away as they do every day. Let's have a look at Satoshi. How is he doing? Oh, 80.1 thousand followers. Loving that. I bet Twitter will probably bring that down sooner or later. let's have a look at stablecoin printed, even though their reporting has not been very stable recently. Also, stablecoin printed this month. So this is just 2 hours ago. So Tether still printed $2.8 billion last month. As you do, just out of nowhere. Absolutely hilarious. Alright, let's see if they've missed out anything. So we'll check out whale alerts, any movements and stuff in the last 24 hours. 2 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 7, 9. What is this? Whale alert. XRP from escrow. Oh my goodness me. So that's going to flood onto the market for dumping, because that's literally all they're doing. 17 hours, 18 hours. Oh, no massive amount of printing so far. 22, 23, and we're there. All right, so fairly large movements though. Whew. You know, but yeah, I mean, it's a bit disappointing when you realise that there's all these people with all this BTC out there, and they haven't realised. I mean, all the gear on no idea. They've just not followed the protocol. How can you have that much BTC and not understand it? Absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, there we go. Looks like we're up to date with the figures. Thank you for joining me, Keith Fellows. Hope you enjoyed the show. And yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow